and welcome back to the Oracular Mine. I am Alexa Avalon, and you might be noticing that our setup and background, all of it looks a little different today. And that's actually because I'm in a different province. I live in Canada. I'm in a different province today for just a couple days with my boyfriend as he's getting a surgery to remove a wee bit of cancer from his esophagus. Now, I call it a wee bit of cancer because it is a wee bit of cancer, but also in an effort to minimize the issue and the fact that I'm stressed about it, even though I know that things are going to turn out just fine, and that he is well looked after by the surgical staff. Today is just a very long time for him to be under anesthesia, and he's already got lung issues, and needless to say, I just love him so much, and I don't know what I'd do without him. So here I am at the hotel, waiting while he's getting his surgery. It's like an 8-hour process, and because I have a disability, it meant that I wasn't going to be hanging around at the hospital since I can't see him anyway. So I took him in this morning at we got up at 4:45, so we were there for 6, and he went in for surgery around 8, and I got to hang out with him for a bit and just tell him how much I loved him before he went off. And as usual, he was the strong, brave man that he is, and it's always inspiring. You know, I feel like I'd be freaking out if I were him, not because anything's going to happen, it's just because it's a surgery regardless. But he's a warrior. He's been through more surgeries than he literally knows, so he's a veteran, I suppose. Anyway, the point is, I'm here today, and I've got lots of time, lots of energy, and I need a distraction. So I thought what I would do for you folks is an Ascension energy reading, just a quick little one, just so I can connect with you guys a bit and talk to you about these energies that have been coming in, okay? Instead of going on my usual spiel beforehand, I'm going to dive right into it, and as the things that I was intuiting beforehand come up, I will discuss, okay? So, we have 2 cards for recent past Ascension energy, 2 cards for the present Ascension energy, and 2 cards for the future, near future Ascension energy, okay? So we are going to flip them and get going, okay? All right, so we have Wombat Spirit. Let's see if you can see that. I'm not even sure you can anyway because of the light. There's this beautiful water behind, or in front of us here, and I just thought I had to show you. So Wombat Spirit, it says, be at home. And we also have the 5 of Wands in reverse, okay? So I want to say that there has been a time, for many of us where our home in the recently has not felt like a home because it was acrimonious, because it was a constant competition, okay? Whether it's you're dealing with a sort of narcissist empath template between a couple of people in your family, or maybe it's just competition between siblings over work, or whatever the case is, it's a head-to-head energy, okay? And I'm getting that recently that energy has changed, okay? Our home space, is one that we have been clearing out of all the darkness, all the competitive energy, and just creating this beautiful healing space, okay? This beautiful healing space for us to come home to, all right? I actually want to say that relates to God, and I want to say that we have been surrendering, a lot of us, on this ascension journey. And depending on where you are on your journey, this message may resonate with you or it may not. But we have been preparing ourselves. We've been preparing our homes for to be a healing space, okay? And that means getting rid of this energy, the combative Five of Wands energy, okay? We've been clearing out all that toxic stuff in our immediate environment, and that includes our physical vessel, okay? So we have been clearing out our vessel for a long time now. You might be just at the beginning of your spiritual awakening and feel like you've only just begun this journey, but let me tell you, even before you woke up to spiritual concepts or maybe even God or whatever the case is, even the law of attraction or whatever, it's you have been releasing from a lot of toxic stuff for actually a long time. And this can happen, the process begins well before you actually wake up. It's almost like the clearing starts while you're still asleep, and then you reach a like a tipping point where it's like you've cleared enough of the crap out, you've created enough space in your vessel for God to come in, and that's when you actually start to wake up, okay? So this is what's going on, or what has been going on, okay? We've been clearing out that stuff in our literal physical environment so that we can better nurture ourselves and create a home environment or a physical environment around us that is it resonates with the frequency of unconditional love, okay? That's been our recent energy, okay? I love this. All right. So we have chameleon spirit. Act as if. This is one of my favorite sayings, and visually, I mean, it's a stunning card. I've loved this saying for a long time, well before I got into tarot necessarily, and certainly this deck. But this is... we are being asked at this time, we are being given a choice, okay? We can continue to try and hold on to this combative energy, fight, okay? Or we cannot, essentially, right? We can, how do I put this? Change is coming whether we like it or not, okay? It's either going to be change for the better or change for the worse, and that is all up to you, okay? If you want, and here's the other card we have for current Ascension energy, the King of Cups. What a beautiful energy to be in, Ascension-wise. The King of Cups, he not only understands and is a master of his emotions, the spiritual realm, the subconscious, okay? He acts from that space. The King of Cups is who lives in your home. That's funny, but you know what I mean. The King of Cups is how you would act if you created a home where that is only healthy, that is only nourishing, okay? That's where you get to, okay? So those of us who have been doing this work, okay, have moved on to the stage of embodying the King of Cups energy, acting from a place of unconditional love, okay? Not putting conditions on our love of God, our love of the universe, of our loved ones, perhaps our counterpart, romantically speaking. You might be into the concept of twin flames. Okay. So I'm getting more about healing here, okay? That we're coming out of a healing spiral, essentially. And that okay, so they talk about healing as as being more like a spiral instead of like a straight line, okay? So you start in the center and you do a bit of healing, and then you kind of, you think it's gone, then the issue resurfaces. You do a bit of healing, you think it's gone, the issue resurfaces, and you keep going till you're outer and farther away from the issue, right? And I just want to say that while yes, healing does take time regardless, if you're at the beginning of that healing journey, the inside of that spiral there, I want to say that if you're worried about never getting out of this like perpetual healing energy, or trying to heal, wounded energy, part of the guidance is actually to act as if you're farther along in that healing journey, and it will support your healing to the point where you actually transfer yourself to that timeline, okay? You can move yourself from a low timeline where you are making bad decisions, or you're going through very difficult energy, okay? And maybe you're making decisions that are making it harder for yourself without even realizing it. The more that you put your mental attention on cloaking yourself in the energy of somebody who was healed from this issue, the more that you'll be able to take that on, and your physical surroundings are going to start to actually match you, as opposed to you matching your physical surroundings the way that a chameleon does, okay? We're going to move on now to the upcoming near future Ascension energy here. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I just love these cards. Okay, so we have the Bee Spirit, which is beautiful. Let's see if we get this in frame. Yeah, the Bee Spirit, which says, sweet results await. I'm not sure I even need to explain this, although I will, I'm gonna. From here you can see the healing that's taking place, okay? Coming from a place of difficulty, of hardship, moving into a pristine, I want to say, environment, which is again referring to this space that you create for yourself, okay? It's not just a physical space, it's the vessel. So this is our physical vessel as well. We're moving from, I want to say, a diseased state into a state of health, of pristine. This is all in divine timing. It has had to happen the way that it has happened, okay? And I know that has involved pain, all right? This is my card of pain, the Five of Pentacles here. And especially physical pain, all right? But guess what? We're coming out of that, okay? With the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it tells me this is something that we are coming. It's an energy that is either blocked or we're coming out of, but I'm getting coming out of the energy, okay? Especially with this Queen, this Bee Spirit here, okay? Which already tells us that sweet results await, okay? Because that's the, all right, so the bee, the honeybee represents the divine feminine, okay? And it's interesting I said I'd wait to talk about my intuitions beforehand. As I connected to the Ascension energy to do this reading, I actually I called in Ascended Masters of the feminine variety, Ascended Masters of the masculine variety, and I got a lot of heat and energy on the feminine side of my body, and indicating to me the presence of the divine feminine energy, okay? So this is what's coming in. This is what's coming in long-term and short-term, okay? And by that I mean in terms of thousands and thousands of years of cycles, okay? The last, I can't even remember, is it 13,000 years, has been like a massively masculine energy that's dominated this world, okay? And not even a light side of the masculine energy, but a lot of shadow masculine has dominated, okay? A lot of war, violence, sexual abuse, all these things, okay? We are moving into a period of time, the dawning of the divine feminine energy, okay? The divine feminine energy. This has been thousands and thousands of years in the making, and with the closing out of the age of Pisces and the dawning of the age of Aquarius, that's exactly what we're talking about, okay? The age of Pisces was a very difficult age, okay? And not that the age of Aquarius won't be, but Aquarius is a sign of the rebel. They don't do things that the way that people normally do them. And the ruler is Uranus. They're all about sudden shakeups, okay? Shakeups to the system. And that is what the divine feminine energy coming in is doing for us, okay? It is shaking. Sorry for the air conditioning kicking in there. It is going to be shaking up the system. That's already happening. You can see that in the news, okay? The world seems a little crazy at this time, but that's for a reason, okay? You cannot build something new, something better, without tearing down an old system that doesn't work, okay? So things are likely to get a little crazy before they get better, okay? But ultimately, what we're looking at, whether it's tomorrow or we're talking the next few months or talking long term, we're a release from pain and the rewards that the feminine energy that's grounding here on planet Earth will bring us, okay? And this is all about the power of the divine feminine, which is their, I want to say their nectar, okay? The sweetness that they bring. It is a rewarding, fulfilling, sustaining, unconditional, loving energy, all right? And we're talking about the light aspect of the divine feminine, as of course it is the divine feminine, and not the shadow aspects, okay? So, there you have it. There is our mini Ascension reading. I hope you got something out of that today. Please let me know. Leave a comment or pass it on to somebody you think might get something out of it, or whatever the case is, okay? Please like, share, subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And if you have a moment, say a little prayer for Evan, okay? Thank you. Again, I'm Alexa Avalon. This has been the Oracular Mine. And thank you so much for tuning in. Blessings.